All right, what's up, guys? I'm gonna be here to do a quick little macros training for you guys in MyFitnessPal and get you guys set up for the next coming weeks. It's gonna take you a little bit to get going, but once you guys do, it's gonna be a crazy lifestyle change for you guys. So let me go right into it. I have the calculations posted on your page, and if you are lower in body fat, so let's say your body fat when you get on the machine and you get on a machine, it says for guys, if you're under 25%, or ladies, if you're under 30%, that means you have a higher muscle and less fat. You're going to use this calculation right here. I posted it. It says lower body fat, right? You're going to multiply your weight by 1.2 for protein, your weight by 1 for carbs, and your weight by 0.2 for fats, right? If you are, let's say, if you are higher in body fat, you will be, which means you'll check the machine. If your body fat says, for ladies, if you're over 30% body fat, and guys, if you're over 25% body fat, then you're going to use this calculation right here. It says higher body fat, two different numbers. And if you check, like, you can even feel, you pinch your body. If you have a little fat around your waist area, or a good amount of fat around your body that's just hanging, and you can see the fat, then you're going to be on these numbers right here, higher body fat. And so I'm just going to kind of run through the calculations. It's pretty simple. It's math. These are going to get you your macros and your calories right here. And so I'll do the higher body fat. It's the same thing for lower. And the example that I have here is for a 150-pound person, right? It doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl, but this is a higher body fat person, and their weight, let's say it's at 150 pounds. Here's an example. So to get your protein macros, you're going to multiply your weight, which is, for this example, is 150 pounds times 0.8 equals 120 grams of protein, right? So that's going to be your protein for your day, 120 grams. That's what you're going to be allowed to eat of protein per day. Carbs is going to be your weight times 0.7, which equals 105 grams of carbs. It's all the carbs that this 150-pound person is going to get for the day. And then for fats, it calculates from 150 pounds times 0.3, which equals 45 grams of fats a day. This person's allowed 45 grams of fats for her whole day. So her macros are 120 grams of protein, 105 grams of carbs, 45 grams of fats. So we also need calories. We need to know how many calories equal to all these proteins, carbs, and fats. So in order to get proteins, we multiply those 120 grams of protein by 4, which will equal 480 calories for that amount of protein. Carbs, you're going to also multiply the 105 grams of carbs by 4 to equal 420 calories. Fats, 45 grams times 9, that's where it's different, equals 405 calories, right? These fats, the fats, carbs, and protein, you're going to add it all up. 480 calories, 420 calories, plus 405 calories equals 1,305 calories for the day. That's all this person's allowed. So they're going to be at 1,305 calories for 120 grams of protein, 105 grams of carbs, and 45 grams of fats for the day. That's the numbers for this person who's 150 pounds and with a higher body fat, whether it's over 25% for men or 30% for ladies. But all your guys' weights are different, so your numbers are going to change. And so make sure you guys download MyFitnessPal. That's what we use. You really don't have to get the premium account right now. You guys aren't doing anything exotic or crazy, but make sure you download MyFitnessPal. It's going to help you guys out. And so I'm going to go to my MyFitnessPal and show you how to enter in that 150-pound person's macro numbers. So that person's numbers are right. There you go. So this is your MyFitnessPal. Once you enter in and you log in, this is going to be the home screen. This is for the desktop version, the computer version, or the web browser version if you go in a web browser, but the app doesn't look like this. So I'm going to show you both versions. when you go to the web browser, you're going to hit goals. You're not going to worry about this fitness part right here. That's a waste of time. Micronutrients, you're not going to really worry about it. You're going to take some multivitamins. You're going to have some veggies. But you're going to worry about these daily nutrition goals. This is what you worry about. This is your macros right here. So you hit it. On this right side, don't worry about it. That's for premium. But you're worrying about this. So right now, it probably is at percentages. But you can, on a desktop version, you can set it to grams. So that person's numbers, who was 150 pounds, their carbs, I calculated it to 105 grams, their fats were 45 grams, and their protein was 120 grams. And those calories, as you can see on the bottom right here, it adds up to what we calculated, 1305. Boom. What you do is save, right? If you don't have the premium account, that's where you save to. And those numbers will be entered in. See, these, I have my premium accounts to save on here, and it'll go down here under daily goals. So these are my numbers, not that example person's number that I just put in, but this right here, the calories that person I calculated would be 1305 right here. Those carbs would be at 105 grams right here. And for fats, that person was at 45 right here. And then protein would be at 120. That's what it would say if you calculated, you put it in, and you set it up that way. So let me switch it back to me. So if you are on your phone, right, let me see if you can see that. There we go. Boom. It's going to be like this on the app, all right? I like to use the app. It's killer. It's awesome. You're going to go, let's see, you're going to go to more. There's a button on the bottom. It's like a whole thing. It's going to say more. There's also goals right here. You're going to click on, I know it's in reverse, but calories, macronutrients, goals. Boom. So it's a lot easier. You're gonna, if you're using the phone, the app, and you can't get to a computer, you're gonna have to calculate your numbers a little bit differently. So as you can see, it's like that right now. But you're gonna have to get each of those numbers pretty close to what you calculated. So if you can't get it exactly, it's okay, but just remember your numbers exactly. It's gonna get close to those numbers. I have a premium account, so I can just enter in the exact numbers of what I want. So I can just go, where is it at? The carbs are at 105, proteins 120, and see, I can enter it just like that. But if you can't do that, it's the percentages. My carbs and my protein are pretty close. These are going to be the ratios right here. So my carbs are off. It says 98 right there, but I need to hit 105. So remember that. My protein on here, it only got to 114. And so that was off. And then, or it got to 131. So that was off. And so I have to remember in my head, I have to hit 120 protein and then 45 grams of fat. And then this ratio right here has to be at 100% for it to work, right? That's your ratio of protein, carbs, and fats. Once you enter it, it should be in there. And then you go to diaries to enter all your foods in. And so you're into diaries, you turn your phone sideways, boom. And then you can see on the bottom, I know it's in reverse, but that's the calories, the carbs, the fats, the proteins. These are my numbers right here. They're quite high. You're not going to be on those numbers. But let me go back to the desktop version, and then we can start messing around a little bit, and then I'll get you guys going. So all right. So you clicked foods. This is your diary, basically. That was mine for today. I forgot to bring my chicken and whatnot, but I drank some egg whites. I have some egg whites right here, and I had some a little bit of peanut butter, almond butter to hit my numbers. But we're gonna mess with tomorrow, just a little bit, I'm going to teach you guys how to enter in stuff. So you're going to look up stuff. You're going to be brand new. You're not going to have all this stuff below you. So in the morning, I like to have egg whites. So I'm going to look it up. Hopefully it's the same brand that you have. You can look up the name. So like Eggies or something like that. That's a brand, I believe. Whatever it is. We got Kirkland. I use Kirkland right here. Boom. It says it in tablespoons all the time. So you can either measure it in tablespoons or you can find one in cups. So some of them have it in cups. Let me see if I can find one. I like to do so. This one works. So it has 4 tablespoons equals a quarter cup, right? So I know that for sure. So I do a cup in the morning. So I need 4 servings of it. 4 servings of a quarter cup or 4 tablespoons. That'll give me a cup of egg whites. All right. That right there was 24 grams of protein, 4 carbs. So on top of that, I like to eat rice in the morning. Jasmine rice. Boom. And you can do the same thing in your MyFitnessPal as you look it up. Boom. I use this rice. You can check the nutrition info right here. I know about 42 to 46 grams is a cup of rice. That looks about right. But let's say I don't want a whole cup of rice for this particular morning. So I could do 3/4 cup. So I put 0.75 and I enter in. There it is. All right, 0.75 and a whole cup of carbs would equal 45 grams. But instead I did 0.75, so it equals 34 grams. And it starts to feed in to this number right here, the totals. So these calories equal that. These carbs equal that. I have no fat so far. And then proteins equal that. And so it takes into these numbers right here. And this is what I have remaining in protein, carbs, and fats, right? You want to hit over under 100 of your calories right here. You want to be over under 5 grams of carbs, over under 5 grams of fats, over under 5 grams of protein. So what that means is, you know, I have 253 carbs for my day. I can't be below 248 grams of carbs, and I can't go over 258. Right, that's 5 grams under and over. So I got to be in that range, in that 10-gram range, to hit my macros. And so you can do that, and you just fill up. You just fill it up. I do tortillas. I do these tortillas, and once you have, you know, stuff being entered in, it starts to save right here, and then it makes it easier. So I'm gonna have 2 tortillas here. You know, as you can see, these numbers, the remaining numbers start to go down, down, down. My chicken, I do Tyson chicken breast. And you can look on your packages and stuff like that and really look it up and then try to match the numbers as much as possible. Skinless, what do these numbers look like? 4 grams of fat, yep. 25 grams of protein for 4 ounces, perfect. You can change this to 1 ounce. The numbers change. 1 ounce is actually 6 grams, 1 ounce of chicken. But I want to eat more than that. I want to eat about 7 ounces. So 7 servings of 1 ounce of chicken equals, you know, a different number, a different ratio. See, it's 44 grams of protein, more calories. Let's say I want some ketchup on that. You gotta do sauces, guys. Ketchup, what's it, Heinz? Heinz ketchup, boom. 1 tablespoon, check the back of the label. 5 grams, 1 tablespoon, 5 grams. Okay, sounds good. Let's say I want 2 servings of it, 2 tablespoons. So get a measuring spoon, weigh it out. Boom, 40 calories, 10 carbs, really not worth it, but it has the flavor. Now it starts to eat into my numbers right here. So you just continue to enter in as what you need to try and get that for your day. Um, I do my shakes, I do everything right here, and I weigh it out. I weigh every single thing out until my day looks good, until everything is on point, until I reach all these numbers. And like yesterday, see, I was almost to the limit. I can't go over 100 calories. And I can't go under 100 calories. So these are my daily goals. I went over 96 calories, which is fine. My carbs, this is my daily goals. I ate 352 carbs. So I had 4. So I just made it. And then my fats, I was at mine is daily goals is 64. I went over by 4, which is fine. You can't go over 5. And then 214 for protein. I went over 2. You can be under by 5 or over by 5. Right. And you're going to see like when you eat like shittier stuff, it has more calories, more carbs, and it starts to eat into your calories, your numbers, and you're gonna have to figure it out. All right. End of the night, I had some carbs left that I needed to hit for the night, and so I drank this Mighty Green juice right here, which had 20 carbs on it. So I needed that. So I utilized that to try to get close to this number right here. Right. Those are the ratios that I use. The phone is a little bit different, but it works the same way. I will teach you about pre and post, but right now you just need to worry about what you need to do here. And I would suggest changing all these categories. Let me see. You change these categories to meal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, how did I get there? So you go from your home, you hit settings. You can rename these every single thing. Right now it says breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can rename it to meal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what I would suggest doing, and then save it. It'll change what each of these say, and it won't screw with your mind. So once you guys get past that part, I will teach you exactly how to do pre and post. But it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. You just enter in, but you do need to get these numbers. You do need to figure out the macros calculations. For those that are higher in body fat, use that calculation that is posted on the page. For those that are lower, use the calculations and use your weight. Make sure you know your weight. You calculate it from there. Calculate your calories, and then you start entering in. You can break down things to hit your calories. So if you look up something and it says, you look up something, it says, what is it? A cup of rice. You don't need a cup of rice, right, to hit your carbs for that day. You don't need the whole cup, which is 44, 45 grams of carbs. Let's say you need 20 carbs to finish your day, to finish your macros. So, you want to hit half. You can calculate it as half of those macros. So where it says it's a cup of rice, you can put 0.5. That's a half a cup of rice, and then it'll give you 22 grams of carbs. And then it'll pretty much finish out your day, right? If you're missing carbs, if you need fats, you don't have to eat 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, right? That's 16 grams, 13 grams. But let's say you need 7 grams of fat. You can have one or half a serving, which is 1 tablespoon, and that'll equal 7 grams. You need 8. So boom, you just hit your fats. But every single protein, carbs, fats, and calories, you have to hit it within those range. The range, protein, carbs, and fats within 5 under, 5 over calories, 100 under and over. So I hope this kind of helps you guys out. You guys calculate it out. Once you calculate it out, reach out to Elsie and I. We'll look at it, and then we can look at how you guys put it in your food, what works. The cleaner you are, the better, the more food you get. If you're getting hunger or anything like that, get romaine lettuce, spinach, cut it up, weigh it out. You got to take into account, you're going to probably, if you rinse it, there's going to be water on it, stuff like that. But making a big salad helps a lot. Junk food, bad fats, candy, crackers, that kind of stuff. It's just gonna mess up your numbers and make you more hungry for the rest of the day. So if you eat cleaner, you get more food. If you eat shitty, you get less food. That's how it works. So if you guys have any questions, hit us up. This video is a wrap. You guys can check it out, watch it. Boom. Good luck.